Okay, forgive. The daily word is forgive. Forgiveness has been universally offered as a successful prescription to relieve a plethora of illness. One most notable to me is stress reduction. The daily word advises us to make a decision to forgive. That reminds me of times I've gone to the doctors and my doctors have said, "You seem to be under a lot of stress. You're worried. You need to stop worrying." Well, great. I like that suggestion, but the only problem was he never told me how to stop worrying. And so when I read forgiveness and the value of it, the benefits of it, I want to embrace it. And the daily word says, when I'm ready, I can step into it. When I'm ready to step into it means that it's available to me. And all I have to do is make the decision. When I think about struggling with unforgiveness, I don't seem to have a choice to be ready for it. My body, my mind, my whole being is impacted by it, the unforgiveness. And it's telling me, if I listen attentively, I can hear my body saying, it's unnecessary baggage. You're not getting anywhere. I certainly know that when I wake up the next day, the thing that I was angry about is still there. It hasn't moved. There's been the thing that I wanted hasn't been brought or given to me. So I'm carrying baggage and I'm not getting anywhere. If I accept that and listen to my mind, then I can make the next step, the decision to forgive. The toughest struggle that I've had to forgive was when I went through a very lengthy and nasty divorce, something that maybe many of us can identify with. I was on the losing end of a bitter divorce. And I struggled to forgive, but the anger and the resentment that I had built toward that individual blocked my path toward forgiveness. The decision to forgive was always available, but I couldn't see it because I was walled in with my own anger and my resentment. And it even made it worse. My resentment was even doubled down because the person that I was fighting against was unwilling to concede. As a matter of fact, after 3 years of fighting, it got so bad I called the attorney and said, "Tell her she can have everything. I want nothing." Well, the next day, the attorney called back and said, "I'm sorry, but she said it's not enough." That made it even more difficult for me to forgive. I say that in jest because just to show how willing people are to continue fighting. And that fight, the intensity of the fight, again, keeps you divided, keeps you away from the decision to forgive. But I say that I shared that with you in case you can identify with something in those words. Once I decided it wasn't going to benefit me to keep carrying the resentment, I saw that I wasn't getting any closer to what I thought I wanted or needed in my life. The Spirit finally helped me to let go of it. And now, years later, I can look back and realize it was the best decision I ever made. The thing that I thought I needed the most, the material things, would have done nothing for me. The release that I received has done more for me than any of the things that I could have acquired in the battle. Forgiveness is a gift that I give to myself, and it's been the most blessing, the biggest blessing I've ever received. Thank you very much.